self-confidence. But the name of the topic that I have given is a little different. Self-influencer in the making. The word self-influencer itself is like, what is self-influencer? We've heard media influencers and all of that. What is self-influencer? So come on, put on your thinking caps, sit with me. We are going to find out what a self-influencer is. We are going to find out how to become a self-influencer. So I need all of you to be really attentive. So whenever I ask you all to send me comments or give a response to anything, I'm looking at the comment section. I will be looking at your answers. So self-confidence, the very definition itself is a feel of trust on your own abilities, on your own qualities and your own judgment. So there's no place for anyone else. Self, the word itself says it is about you. Now, after having said that, does that mean, a person who is confident says, I am the best. Now, when a person says, I am the best, does that mean I am the best in the entire world? I am better than that person. I am the best from all of them. There's a very thin line between self-confidence and arrogance. Arrogance is when you compare yourself, when you think superior and you say, no, I'm better than that person. I'm better than this person. I'm better than everyone else. That is arrogance. Self-confidence is where you say, I am the best. Yes, but when I am comparing, I compare with my own self and I say, I am better than my own self from yesterday. I am better than myself from the very last second. I am the best version of myself in this second, better than the previous second. That is how you show self-confidence. Let us see an example where we can understand how, there's a thin line between self-confidence and arrogance, where you do not have a superiority or an inferiority complex for that matter. The example of an axe and a blade. Now, all of us know what an axe is. Chops down trees. Okay. Whereas a blade, it's tiny. It chops down hair. It can cut hair. Can an axe cut hair? No, it can't. But it can chop down a tree. Okay. Can a blade chop down a tree? No, but it can cut a lock of hair. Does that mean one is better than the other? No. Each of us are different and amazing in our own ways. So there is no place for comparison here. Say, take another example. Boxer Muhammad Ali and our president, all-time favorite, Abdul Kalam ji, APJ Abdul Kalam. Now, we know boxer Muhammad Ali as flamboyant, all out, extrovert, amazing in the ring. The way he talks, the way he presents himself, confident. Whereas President Abdul Kalam, polite, soft, presents it like that, and you feel a calm when he's talking. Let's say an introvert. Now, just because Muhammad Ali is an extrovert and Abdul Kalam is an introvert means they have no self-confidence. We see how they present, right? We see their videos, we see their pictures, the confidence that they are in. So it doesn't matter whether you're an extrovert or an introvert. Self-confidence comes from within, no matter how you are. Be the first-rate version of yourself, not the second-rate version of someone else by comparing. I'm going to put us in a series of situations, okay? And I want you all to answer. Are you all with me? I'm going to put us in a series of situations and all of you are going to answer. First situation, we are in school and I have written an essay in my book where I've written notes to. So one of my friends borrows the book telling, Machan, the notes copy pannonda kujo book kuda. Okay, book kodtache. And the week, school le essay writing competition. Winners are announced and your friend's name is told. You are shocked. And then you go see that the essay that you wrote in your book, your friend has written that and has won the competition. How will you feel? Like, please, won't you feel like dejected? Second situation. Doing PhD in college, okay? You write a thesis. That month, college magazine, the thesis is published. in the author's name, you see a professor's name. I wrote that article. How come the professor's name is there? That is the kind of questions you'll get. How will you feel then? Third situation, you are at work. You work in this project, day in, day out, slog yourself, put in all your hard work, and you have finished the project. Your colleague overnight steals that project from you, submits it to the boss, gets all the credit, gets a promotion also based on it. How will you feel? Before we answer, before I see all your answers for these three questions, the situations I told, I will tell you all a story. Let's make it interesting. This story was told by Guru Gopal Das. It's a conversation, more than a story, it's a conversation between a bird and a honeybee. The bird asks the honeybee, so you work so hard, you travel to so many flowers, you collect the nectar, you go back to your beehive, you work so much in creating the honey, and then one day a human comes and just takes away all the honey and goes off. Won't you feel dejected? Like, won't your self-confidence get hit? Same as the three situations I told. When your friend copies your essay, PhD professor takes the credit, colleague takes the credit, our self-confidence will take a hit. Like, you'll feel like what a failure. Like, I worked so hard and someone else took the credit. Won't you feel bad for that? When the bird finishes asking, the honeybee just smiles and replies to the bird, yeah, I work so hard, and the honeybee comes in and takes away, the human comes in and takes away the honey, yes. But does the human know to create honey? Does the human know the technique and the knowledge that only I know? The human may be taking the honey from me, but he can never take the art of creating honey from me. That only I can. That is called self-confidence. It doesn't matter if someone else takes your credit. That gives you the answer of the question, the series of situations that I put us in. It doesn't matter if someone else takes credit. And this is something that happens in our everyday lives, right? We work so hard and something happens and someone else takes credit for it. It doesn't matter. What you have here and what you have here, nobody can steal it from you. That is only yours. So be confident of what you know. Be confident of what you believe in. And it doesn't matter what people say. You just be confident. So when it comes to what people say, I'm going to be talking about this something called LK2 syndrome. LK2. Okay? Log kya kahenge. In English, what will people say? In Tamil, makkal enna solluvanga. And that is something we think of every time, right? Mattamanga enna solluvanga, Allah uno kya bolti ki, or like, oh my God, what if people say something? I tell you, what will people say? All of that doesn't matter. Be who you are. Say what you feel. Because those who matter, they don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Think of what I've told you. Repeat it to yourself. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That's it. LK2 syndrome gone right away. Here, we understand how our own thoughts affect us. You know, the psychologists say in a single day, a human being goes through 90,000 thoughts. 90,000 thoughts are going on here in one day. But out of those 90,000 thoughts, 93% are negative. அவங்க என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, இப்படி நடந்துச்சா என்ன ஆகும், ऐसा होगा तो क्या करना, oh my God, उन्हों क्या बोली को तो क्या होगा, what if I don't make it? 93% of thoughts are negative. How are you going to fight out of that? Like I said, one by one. You don't differentiate with superior, inferior. You be confident. You don't think of what people are going to say. Now, if Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam thought about what people would say, Islam wouldn't have become what it is today. one in every 4 human beings is a Muslim, something that he preached. Now the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even before he got prophethood, the people in his city Makkah used to respect him and trust him big time. They used to call him Al-Amin, trustworthy. Al-Amin and As-Sadiq, trustworthy and the truthful. But when he started preaching the word of God, they threw him out of the city. Astaghfirullah. Imagine how he must have felt, the way the hit that he must have got. But he was confident, he believed in what he believed in. And he was confident about it. And which is why Islam is now 1 in every 4 human beings is a Muslim today. Take Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. We don't know him by that name. He was an aristocrat. He was a highly knowledgeable person, a philanthropist, a philosopher, a leader. He was thrown out of the train in South Africa. When he was lying there on that floor, did he think, I learned so much, I'm such an educated person, how could they do this to me? That Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi stood up to be Mahatma Gandhi. He was confident of what he believed in. Because of how confident he was and he stuck to what he believed in, he is known as the father of the nation today. India is what it is today by giving credit to him. I can go on with examples. Imagine how inspiring Mahatma Gandhi and how confident he must have been that Martin Luther King was inspired by him. You know, whenever we hear, I have a dream, we immediately think of Martin Luther King, who fought all kinds of obstacles and who believed in himself. I will give you a story here. Let's make it a little interesting, okay? Can all of you tell me if you all know Mike Tyson, the boxer, famous boxer? All of you send me a yes or a thumbs up to, do you all know who Mike Tyson is? Yes. Yeah, I can see that all of you know who Mike Tyson is. The famous boxer, like come on, he's a champion. Do you know who beat him? Do you know when was the first time that he lost? I'm going to tell you a story for you all to know that. So there was a boxer named Buster Douglas. This is a match between Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. Round 1. Mike Tyson is mauling Buster Douglas to the corner of the ring. And Buster Douglas is getting knocked out. Mike Tyson gives him one punch, one knockout punch, he's on the floor. Referee goes 10, 9, 8. The timer goes 3, 2, 1. Bell rings. Buster Douglas is saved by the ring. They go back to their corners. Buster Douglas is all beat up. He's looking at Mike Tyson across and he's seeing that Mike Tyson is ready to not just maul him to the floor but out of the ring itself. Decision time for Buster Douglas. Round 2, bell rings. Buster Douglas walks up to Mike Tyson. One punch. Mike Tyson is on the floor. Referee goes 10, 9, 8. Bell goes 3, 2, 1 and it is over. Mike Tyson, that was the first time Mike Tyson lost in his career. Buster Douglas won. So all of them are in shock. Interviewers go up to him and ask, round 1 you almost lost. What happened? How were you able to do that? He's a champion. He's an all-time champion. Nobody has made him lose. How did you defeat him? So Buster Douglas says, so when the match was decided, my mother went around telling everyone, I am going to beat Mike Tyson. 2 days ago, my mother died. She passed away. So I had to decide to keep up the word I gave my mother. I had complete confidence in the word that I gave to my mother. I had complete confidence in the training that I got and complete confidence in myself. It didn't matter whether he is an all-time champion and nobody has defeated him. I had confidence in myself. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson lost for the first time in his career by Buster Douglas and his self-confidence. There is no, external help that is going to come to you. There's no matter how much you say, Kadule, please help me, Allah, please, and all that stuff. Allah is there to help me, God is there to help me. External help is not going to come to you unless the Creator says, the divine helps those who help themselves. No matter how much we pray to God, God is not going to help us unless we help ourselves first. And that is in the words of the Creator. My beautiful people, you are unique. Tell me, you know how so many creatures the Creator created. There's creation all around us, innumerous, still being discovered. The species and, the planets and the galaxies and all of that, or way deep into the water. We still don't know the depth of the sea, and it's just Earth. But among all those creatures, you were chosen to be a human being. And even in that, 8 billion human beings in the entire world. But among those 8 billion, there is only one you. Only one Alvia Sultan, only one Fatima Muzaffar, only one Rana, only one Hina. All the people that right here, there is only one you. There is only one Fazila Fatima. There is only one you. You are unique. Understand that first. There can't be any other you. There hasn't been, there will not be. There will only be one you. So how are you going to be? How will you visualize yourself to be? When we were kids, when they used to ask us, what will you become in your life? We used to say scientist and astronaut and doctor and engineer and all of that. And then we grew up. We became a little practical. Doctor ella ottu varadu arts le poidala nenichikvom. At least that's what I thought. We become a little practical and we think, okay, CEO in this multinational company and the professional hairstylist in this amazing studio, manager at this big time multinational bank. That is how we think. So when we think those, do we think, in the company irundalum prachana illa, I'll be any other CEO. However, other CEOs are apdiye paarthu na irundukren. Or hairdresser, अच्छा वो जैसा करती है वैसे ही मैं कर लूंगी. I'll just learn, I'll just be like that. Manager, okay, whenever I visit the bank, I see manager ना इपड़ी दां उकारनो, तो ऐसा ही काम करना है, ठीक है वैसे ही कर लेंगे. Do we think that? We think that we will be the best CEO ever. We will think that we will become the best manager ever. We will think that we will become the best hairdresser ever. Isn't that how we dream? Isn't that how we dream? Why shouldn't we have the self-confidence now too? And in every part of our life. Self-confidence isn't about just how you talk. It's about how you present yourself. It may be as simple as when you wake up, what do? You brush your teeth. Even in that, we do it properly. The way we dress up, even in that we do properly. Because like the topics that we saw today, presentation plays a big role in how you, in your self-confidence. Now say you are all self-confident, you wake up all self-confident, but when you step out of the house, your vehicle breaks down. Poche, vada poche. Cab is late. You reach office, school or college late. Professor, boss திட்டுறாங்க. Assignment on time finish பண்ண முடியல. What else? What else that can go wrong? Everything is going wrong, okay? Won't your self-confidence take a big hit? Won't you feel இவ்ளோ self-confident எந்திரிச்சு போனேனே, நல்ல dress up ஆயிட்டு எல்லாம் போனேனே. Like, won't you feel dejected? To make you all see that clear, I'll show you all something. See, heartbeat, you all know how it is. Ups and downs. A heartbeat has ups and downs, like this. Can you all see? Heartbeats have ups and downs. Heart monitor irukla, ups and downs. life is about ups and downs. Okay? I'm also agreeing on that. Life is about ups and downs. And that does not mean when the downs happen, you're back to square one. You're a failure. What a big mistake. I can never become better. I can never make it okay. அவ்வளோதான், இப்படியே தான் இருக்க போகுது லைஃப் ஃபுல்லா. அப்படியே ட்ராஜடியில will set off, no? Before I tell you all the takeaway point for this, I will tell you all what actually is tragedy in our lives. Unused money devalues. Unused talent diminishes. Unused potential decays. Unused machinery disintegrates. Unused time dies. Unused knowledge becomes a burden. What isn't used is abused. Tragedy is not your death. Your death is not going to be the tragedy in your life. But all these amazing talents and this uniqueness and all that stuff we have inside us, if that dies while we are alive, if we do not tap into all our talents and the amazing self-confidence and beauty within us while we are alive, that is the biggest tragedy of our lives, where we don't tap into our own selves first. Coming back to the heartbeat, yes, now life is filled with a lot of ups and downs. You know, anything can make us feel dejected and everything goes back to square one. Say today is your 22nd birthday. Ipo next year you are going to be 23 or 21. Can I have answers in the comment section? Say your age is 22. Next year on your birthday, are you going to be 23 or 21? I want to know if one of y'all can, have a time machine and become 21. You grow in age. You don't grow back in age. You only grow up. Life is an uphill journey. Take this same heartbeat, ups and downs, yes, but put a graph, okay? Put a graph, draw that heartbeat this way. Yeah? This is how you should see it. Yes, life is filled with ups and downs, but put it in a graph and see it upward. There will only be growth. You are growing even in those downs, all the downs that you see here. Yes, failure, I know, heartbreak, career, in all the things you may face failures and mistakes and all of that. But does not mean you're stuck in life. You are still in the uphill journey. Life is all about growth. Even the downs, you are still growing in that. All the mistakes and everything that you face is a lesson. Lesson is something positive. Lesson is growth. What you have learnt is a lesson for you. So you are growing. If all of you want to note this graph down, it's pretty simple. Do it. Draw it and keep it in your room. I have done that, I know. Put it in a graph, ade heartbeat, see it this way. Life is about growth. Inna tragedy vanalo vartom, kitna bhi heartbreak rehne do, koi baat nahi. It's about your attitude. Your attitude plays a very big role. Having said that, all of us are born winners. I'm going to leave you with that. All of us are born winners. This may seem a little, touchy, but I'm going to say it. Out of the millions of sperms, you came out as a winner. You living, breathing, you are the living, breathing example to your own self. That you are a born winner. By default, by birth, from birth, you are a winner. So why should you feel inferior? Why should you feel hit? Why should you not have self-confidence? It doesn't matter how you are. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life. Confidence. I will ask you a question. Okay? I'm going to give you 4 options in that. Option 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I will see the answers in the comment section below. Option 1, you have to tell me which is the hardest. Okay, you have to help me out here. Even I don't know. So 4 options. Okay, option number 1, I didn't know to wink there. So okay, option number 1, self-influence. Option number 2, self to one person, say your spouse, a friend, sibling, anybody, self to one. Option number 3, self to many. Now say y'all are many, so self to many, like a group. Option number 4, mass influencer, thousands and thousands of crowds. Which is the most hardest or most difficult in this 4? Option number 1, self-influence. Option number 2, self to one. Option number 3, self to many. Option number 4, mass influencer. Can I have answers in the comment section? Which option do you think is the hardest? Okay. Some of you are telling me option number 1. Okay, I already have a lot of amazing people here ready. Okay. Amazing. Yes. A lot of you are telling me the right answer. Okay, I think y'all should be doing this talk, I think. All of you who are, replying to the comments with the right answer should be doing this talk right now. Because you are already self-confident. Look at that. You already know the right answer. So out of the 4, influencing many, mass influencer, stage, oh my God, stage fright. Hands and legs will shiver. I can't. That is the most difficult. No way. Third option. Self to many. Laiva. Itna pera. No way. I am so scared. What will people say? No, I can't. मैं नहीं कर सकती. Option number 2. Self to one. I should talk to my mother. I should talk to my father alone. No way. No. Impossible. It'll get so awkward. Just my friend and me, just one person, it'll get too awkward. I can't. No. It's too hard. No. These 3 are the easiest. You know how that's possible? First option, self-influence. I will come back to my topic here. Why I named my topic self-influencer in the making. Because influencing yourself is the most challenging thing which you face day to day in your life. Like I said, 90,000 thoughts in your mind, 93% of them are negative. Imagine the challenge that you have in front of you right from the second that you wake up. That you have to fight all of these negative thoughts that come in. You have to stay confident. You should, even if something wrong happens, you should not feel hit. You should not feel like, enala panna mudiyadu, or I have no confidence and all of that. Be it an introvert, extrovert, doesn't matter. Self-confident. Self-influencer first. I don't want to be called any other influencer, mass influencer, media influencer. I don't want to be called any of that. I want to be called a self-influencer first. I want to influence myself first. Unless I don't understand, how am I going to preach all of you? Unless you yourself, unless we ourselves are not confident, how will we say anything to anyone else? I will leave you with a quote of Walt Disney. All of us love Disney. I'm a Disney fan. But he is a very inspirational person. Okay? He left us with a saying. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. He says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. I'm going to add on something and tell you, I, Fazila Fatima, add on to that and tell you, yes, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And that courage comes with self-confidence. I'm going to leave you with that, my beautiful